decided, why don't we revive our Hinge accounts? But instead of just reviving them, we did what?
So I logged into Mica Renee's account, and Mica logged into my Hinge account. And from there, we was just on there trying to figure out how would that person approach this man, or how will we communicate with this person from that person's perspective.
But my thing was, so I don't know, so maybe you were trying to kind of incorporate your inner Mica Renee. I was actually moving like Mica Renee with yours. Like, I was actually like going off of stuff. Like, I was trying to, I built her, because I had to do her profile from scratch because she deleted it. So I had to redo it and get the pictures and stuff. And she updated some pictures for me. We did
definitely.
We allowed ourselves to pick the pictures we wanted to use. But for Drea's, I was like, okay, I want this to be what I feel like is best for Drea.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick things that I felt like were, that spoke to me, that I felt like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I just wanted them, like, whenever I was putting your profile and stuff, like, for instance, there was this one question, and it was like, something about, like, where should you take me or something like that. And I was like, just plan the date.
Right.
Because I feel like if you would have answered it, you'd have been like, oh, you can take me here. Like, you'd have been nice with it. And I was like, nah, nigga. I say nigga. Like, I got to stop that.
No,
but
nigga.
Nah, plan the date. So I wanted to kind of move with that, like, approach of, like, you know, this is Drea, but this is stern, and this is kind of like me coming as a friend perspective, and also a protective friend of you, and wanting to make sure that I'm picking, like, the right guys and different guys for you. I picked a lot of different men.
I definitely was having trouble on her account. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know. Maybe the preference need to change, but I swear I changed the preference about 4 or 5 times. But we just kept getting the same type of man. I'm just like, oh, then we kept getting these 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. I'm like, how are they even old enough for these accounts? The babies definitely love some Mica Renee. And the white boys love her. I'm not even going to lie. She probably got like 50 white boys that like her. And I'm just like, none of these are her type. Like, what am I going to do? I mean, there were some fine black men, you know, you start a conversation, but sometimes they don't conversate back. Like, it's just like you're talking to the wall. So it's like, why are y'all even on this account if y'all do not want to communicate? Like, what is your purpose on Hinge? Yeah. You know, so that's
my problem.
Yeah, it's like, what are you looking for?
Because I do what they do. So with your account, I was,
definitely.
You seen that earlier today. We sat down and I went through like all the people that I just have been like sitting on. Because like I personally am not on Hinge a lot. Right. So when I went on there, like when I went on there trying to do the whole experiment, it was like one day I was on there and then maybe 3 days would go by and I'd be like, oh, let me see. And 3 more days would go by. So it was like hard for me to keep up with it. But I feel like I'm more of an in-person person. Like, I like dating apps, but I'm more of an in-person person.
I'm more in-person, too. I don't mind the dating app, you know, just to get to know each other, and we can exchange numbers, and we could talk, we can have FaceTime, you know, chats, and, you know, send voice memos, like, on the text messages like I like. But it was just a little hard for me to try to talk to these men and Misha's perspective, because I will start a conversation.
A lot of shoes to fill.
They will say something back. They will definitely say something back, but then it's like after that, it was like that was it. You know, it's like, hey, then it's like, hey, how are you? Like, I was trying to get to know this guy for her, and it's like I was like, what do you do? This and that. He never responded back, so I'm just like, so maybe.
And don't forget to tell him about the guy that asked what I do.
Oh yeah, there was this cute guy today. All this happened today. He messaged me actually, and he was telling me what he did for his career, and he asked, what do you do? And I was just like, oh shit. I didn't even message back because I'm like, damn, what does Misha do?
My best friend since like 12 doesn't know what I do. I mean, I did just change jobs this year, but I was like, girl, this is what I do. But
I didn't want to say stripper because you said you gave up that life 2 days ago. I'm just playing.
I was a stripper? Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it. I will take it back.
Like, no, y'all. She wasn't a stripper, but I definitely didn't know. I didn't know her job title, but you know,
it was just totally fun because I actually don't really like the question. Like, what do you do? I mean, it's okay to ask. I mean, it's gonna come up. People do ask that, but I also am like, why do you need to know my personal life? I mean,
if you want to get to know somebody, you want to know what they do. Like, okay, what type of money you make? You're like. You don't want to find out he's a damn serial killer.
You just want to know if you fucking with a bum bitch or not. You ain't fucking with no bum bitch. Nigga. You ain't fucking with no bum bitch. No, I'm playing.
Or you don't want him to be a serial killer. Like, what thing's like, I'm a serial killer.
They would never say, nobody says
you don't know that.
Andre, nobody, would you think you're going to message somebody, hey, what do you do? I'm a serial killer. I kill people for a living. What?
Yep, gotta go.
Anyways, but no, when I was on Drea's, I felt like I was getting really good guys, and I felt like it was just hard to keep up with the messages. But I felt like there was really cute guys, and I also think that Drea was at a little bit of a what is it called? Because she deleted and recreated her account, I felt like she was at an advantage. Yeah. Because it was like all these dudes were coming in new, while my account, I had it open already. So there was a lot of people I hadn't messaged back for like a year. So they were just sitting there. And I'm like, Drea, go back and message
But I
them.
didn't, because it was like, Misha left them. Too much. She left them all on I'm like, she obviously wasn't interested. So I'm not. Then it's from like January, February. It's July.
I'm an in-person girl. You have to see this shit in person.
I mean, I get it.
You have to see this shit in person.
But you left them on red.
You gotta see this shit in person. in person. No, but I think that what I really liked about the experiment in itself was like building Drea's profile from scratch. I wish you would have had that with me, so you could kind of answer it how you think I would answer it. Because there was this one question, and I think it was like, something about like being with me is like, being with me is like being treated like a king. That's what I put, because I feel like Drea, she's a pamper. She gonna take care of you. I put that, and I was like, you know what? That's really her. Like, I was answering that for her. Being with me, I feel like I treat men like a king. I think I do in some aspects, but I know she gonna she gonna make sure you straight. So I really liked the fact that I had to step into her shoes with that, and then picking out her pictures and deciding she had the ugliest picture for mine at first. It wasn't ugly. I had picked a picture, but it wasn't ugly. Picture.
It was a cute, like, winky face picture.
It was a silly picture, and she led with that.
It was I'm like, cute, you don't lead. They was liking it.
You don't lead with that.
They was loving it.
You don't lead with that. You lead with, you give them grown, sexy,
And I definitely changed it to her grown and sexy picture that she wanted. And definitely was getting a lot of likes.
Because you got to give them the Mica Renne experience.
Okay, Mercedes.
But no, I definitely
shout out to P Valley.
That show is the shit. Mm-hmm. But no, what would you say, like, if you were talking to other girls about like switching Hinge accounts, would you think it's something that other girls should try just to see? Because you feel like the guys that I pick for you are guys that you would typically pick, but they were really cute.
As long as the girls are like close friends. Like, I wanted to do it with like someone who were just like, we're just hanging out. Like, no.
Yeah, like your best
but like
friend.
Me and Misha have been best friends forever. So yes, like but a couple of my friends are in relationships, so I remember. So
like people,
we're the single ones.
I feel like it would be cool because I think that sometimes, like us as women, we get on there and we either like we might see somebody, we'll be like, oh, okay, I'll go for that or something like that, and your friends are looking and they're like, no, he's cute, he got this going on. Like I was looking at people's profile. I'm like, he's this age, he got this many kids, he likes to smoke, he likes to drink, he works here, he's from there. Okay, let me see a couple of his pictures. He's cute. That's a match. So, we was really going through it. I feel like sometimes when we look for ourselves, not that we shorthand ourselves, but we might be like, okay.
See, that's what I was doing with yours. I was definitely trying to find men more like on your level, like degrees and who have something going for herself. Not want someone whose their pictures are throwing up gang signs and got tattoos. And that's what I was and these young boys.
You. Oh. I was making sure.
See, but she knows I like the thugs. Mm-hmm. I like the gang members. Like, no, I'm just playing.
She ain't playing.
I like a street nigga sometimes, like a little rough.
But I was avoiding them because I think that you need to try something different, because I do feel like those type of guys, like, no offense, I'm sure there's some tatted, yatted man out there that wants to, start a family. But sometimes some type of guys, we've dated them. We see what they have to offer. So let's see what the different type of guy has to offer, No,
I definitely get it. And I appreciate you for trying to switch it up on a girl.
Switch it.
I can't wait to get back in my Hinge account because there's some fun men in my messages.
I can't wait. We should have set each other up on a date.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe next time. Maybe that'll be the extension of this next time.
Oh, we could.
We'll set each other up on a date. It'll be a blind date. And then we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. That might be a further episode down the line, but But yes, I would say it was definitely a great experiment. I'm really glad we did it. And,
me too.
I think it was fun. I had a good time with it. Hinge is all fun and games. You might meet your husband. You might meet a slime. You never know, but we have fun with it.
Yes, we did.
Hey.
Cheers to that.